Hey, Miguel Iturrate back here on the CRP, and we are keeping our eye on the big combat sport events. And June 7th, this Friday, June 7th, sees the WWE back in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. Very controversial decision by the WWE to continue with this series of events. They signed a big 10-year contract to do two shows a year in Saudi Arabia, so it's supposed to run through another decade. They've already got two shows under their belt after the Khashoggi incident, where they killed a reporter in the Turkish embassy, or the Saudi Arabia embassy in Turkey. Many WWE wrestlers have boycotted the shows. Daniel Bryan has not gone, even though he's been requested to go, and they've had other controversies in the past, like Sami Zayn is of Syrian descent, so he was not allowed in the country for certain of the events and things. So the WWE continues to go there chasing money. This weekend, the odds are not at the sports book yet, but the show is going to go on. And what you have is you've got the WWE at the King Abdullah Sports City Stadium. It's a pay-per-view Friday, June 7th. It's being advertised in the United States for Friday, June 7th at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so 11 in the morning if you're out in California. Something to keep an eye on there. The card, standard UFC fare. You got Triple H and Randy Orton in the main event. Triple H continues to, fight in Saudi Arabia. I guess he's cashing in paydays. They have a 50-man battle royal, which is an unusual amount of men in a battle royal, so it should be fun to watch, I guess. Goldberg and The Undertaker, as they have another, I guess I'll call it a geriatric match. There's nothing else you can call it there. We'll see if they really get into it, or if they have another one of those 2-minute type of flashy fights that don't really do any real wrestling. Then you got Strowman versus Lashley, first sort of real thing on the card. Finn Bálor and Andrade for the Intercontinental belt. Roman Reigns taking on Shane McMahon, and to me, I wish Shane McMahon had run his course a few years back. I know he's in, I guess he's my age, right? And I can't do what he does, so there's no way that I can criticize him at that level. But, you should leave it to the pros, and you should know that there's a fine line there. And that anytime, Shane McMahon's in the ring, even if he's worked real hard, it's hard for the public to really take it seriously. So I don't know what Roman Reigns gets out of that matchup, but that's what you got there. You got Kofi Kingston taking on Dolph Ziggler, and reports were that was Kevin Owens' spot, but Kevin Owens reportedly requesting not to go to the show because of his friendship with Sami Zayn and stuff. So Kingston's going to be taking on Dolph Ziggler with his WWE title on the line. You got Seth Rollins taking on Baron Corbin with the Universal belt there. And then you got a handicap match with Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and Lince Dorado taking on Lars Sullivan. That's something they threw together there at the, with the show, with Lars interrupting their 3-man tag match and beating them up before the fight started and things. So, you got to make a decision if you're the WWE. This year, they main evented WrestleMania with the ladies, and the women are a big part of what the WWE does nowadays. And the fact is that the Saudi Arabia card has no women on it. And that's because the country says, no thanks. So, how do you justify that to your crew? You got Daniel Bryan, not going to the show. You got John Cena who's going, but his wife, is a WWE superstar. She's not going to be allowed to go or ever, get a bonus or a payday over there and stuff. And I imagine those guys are going over there and they're getting treated larger than life. And that could mean, hey, wear my T-shirt for a few $1,000s or $30,000 in cash and stuff like that. Weird things happen at events that are really purely money driven, and that really is what this is for the country. They get the benefit of being, around international stars and things like that. I'm sure there are people who are WWE fans there. So, you as a fan have to decide. I mean, to me, I found it very distasteful that no women are on this card. I hadn't realized that it was an issue, but women are banned from the Saudi Arabia card, so the WWE cannot use that portion of their roster. I wonder, how does the CRP fans feel about that? I'm not sure I like that much, and it may not be another black eye in the WWE's mark. they've been adding these up, and with the rise of the All Elite Wrestling at AEW that you'll see other CRP podcasts on, it may be something to keep an eye on in the years to come. I'm Miguel Iturrate for the CRP, talking the WWE in Saudi Arabia this Friday, June 7th.